Good morning, everyone. My name is Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo, I think you're a bit too short for that camera that you got. You might want to
Uh,
get rid of
uh,
a bit.
my apologies, good sir. Is this better?
That's much better. My name is
Fine.
Nico, and today we'll be
We're going to
talking
be
about
talking
how
about why
the
the book, The
movie
Hobbit,
is better
is
than the
better
book.
than the movie.
But you,
The,
Bilbo, we,
the
we
book,
both know that the
my book,
movie.
I wrote the book. It's better than the movie.
I'm
It's
sorry
better.
for having insulted you, but you know,
Okay.
I just personally
We'll
think,
see at the end of this discussion, good sir.
yeah, I agree. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Yes. And we're going to be talking about my extravagant literary features and your um how do I say it? Less than mediocre film features, But
I think it's
yes,
the
we'll see.
opposite.
We'll see.
But fine, I understand how it is. I see how it is, Bilbo. Just as an intro, some key points that I want to state about why I think the movie is better than the book. Because I feel like the book is like extremely slow moving, and there's like in the book you never feel like excited or stressed, or like you don't feel any real emotions about what's going on in the book because it's slow moving. I don't think it's described as well as it is in the movie. Like I think there's many more like scenes or shots that will get you on your heels when you're watching the movie. I think the movie, yeah, I just think it's better in that aspect of that category of.
Well, I'd like to interject. I do think so myself that there was a lot of action in the book. My adventures were quite actionful, some might say. For example, in the part where in the scene, some may say, where I play a little game with Gollum,
You mean a
right?
game of riddles? Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, well, it's a game, isn't
Okay,
it?
okay, okay.
Game. Yes, I play a game with a Gollum of riddles, and I think I portrayed the emotions I was feeling quite inquisitively. And well, even though it might be a little biased, since I am the author myself of this beautiful creation, I do think that my literary features were far superior to your movie devices.
All right, I see how it is, Bilbo. Give me some examples that you have of your literary features that are
Uh,
much better than mine.
yeah, my literary features, yes.
That are much better.
Well, for example, let's take into account when Gollum kept repeating the word precious, right? He kept referring to my ring as precious. We got to see how the ring is an important object, a powerful object. Some may even say, without knowing of its history. I think it was quite an intelligent and bold move, right there.
You mean the ring that you actually like stole from Gollum, right?
Well, I wouldn't say I stole it. And this is another part where I'd say the movie is inferior. For some reason, the movie says that I took it from Gollum after he had a fight with something. I don't even know. I really don't care. But really, I found it while I was in a tunnel, which is, I mean, quite different. I didn't really steal it. I found it there. I didn't know it was his. It was like picking a rock off the ground,
All right,
Except
I
it's a
understand,
rock
Bilbo.
that makes me invisible.
I understand, Bilbo. I understand. Well, what I think the scene in the movie is like much, much, much better than
Well,
the
you
part of the
think?
book.
Think so?
No, no,
Explain
I
why.
I know so. Okay, so first of all, I think in the movie you feel like you're literally in the cave with Gollum and Bilbo. Like you like the light contrast. You see how big and like scary and creepy. Like that's like one of the parts that I didn't like.
Uh-huh.
Gollum's
Sure.
eyes were, and like the echo, like you can hear the echo of the cave. Like it's like every time Bilbo or Gollum speaks, like it echoes in the cave. And I think that's really cool. It makes you feel like you're literally in the cave right there with him. Another
Yes, it
thing
makes.
was like the type of shot they were using, or the camera movement was like a handheld shot. So basically, it was like the camera was shaking and going up and down and following. It's almost like you were like in the cave watching them and what was like seeing what was going down and everything. And I thought thought that was really cool. Yeah.
Well, um, Nico, analyst of movies, I have to agree to disagree. Because I mean, of course, it's cool. All these features that you're describing to me, all these like you're in the movie, you're immersed, you're
Explain to
in
me
the
how
movie.
you described it better in the book. Just,
Well, I mean, first of all, I was the original, and second of all, I think I described a lot better the gap between me and him, and I didn't have to resort to saying, "Oh, he's dark and he has glowing eyes." I kind of said that, but in the movie, it's a lot more obvious because you can't really do what I'm doing because books are kind of better in that way, But I can put it into words how much of a creepy figure he was, especially with the riddles. I think I did quite the intricate job at making these riddles, showing the difference between me and him. And yes, I think I did do that part a lot better. But well, hold on. I'll have to put my staff aside for this one as I've gotten. Yes, this is the original copy that I wrote myself inside my home.
okay.
I know it's quite a precious collection, but here, let me just.
Did you write it at like this desk? Did you write it at the desk you're on right now, or did you write it like back then?
Oh no, not on this desk. It's I think it's over there that I wrote it.
Oh, okay.
You can't see, but it's a room over there. Did I leave my door open? Well, I'm sure no one will come inside. Yeah, what was it? I wrote, he was Gollum, as dark as darkness, except for the two big round pale eyes in his thin face. So, I mean, even in that small sentence, you could just see how creepy and scary this guy was. But in the movie, you just have to put him in darkness. You have to make his eyes glow. His eyes aren't even glowing. He has pale eyes. Why is his eyes glowing?
Alright, so Bilbo, another thing that I wanted to address is that I thought there's a bunch of shots where you could see the whole cave system, and you understand how big of a moment it is for you in that cave, and because if you didn't get out, you would have starved and you would have died, and
Yes.
Gollum was your only way out. So yeah, I think that's another part that I think the movie did very well. So overall, Bilbo, I think the scene in the movie is represented much better than it is in the book, because it talks the camera shots, the sound, it shows the emotion of the movie, and I think that's very cool. Alright, so Bilbo, sorry for interrupting you, but another scene that I wanted to talk about is the scene where Bilbo and the dwarves have to go fight the trolls because...
But you don't have to speak to me in the third person, man. I'm right here.
Okay, Bill. Where you and the dwarves, sorry,
Thank you.
go and fight the orcs because they took your sheets. I'm gonna look at some stuff that I have.
I remember that. Is the movie different? Because I remember the three trolls. I mean, we didn't really put up a fight. They kind of picked us up, put us in a bag, and then tried to roast us alive. Yeah. It wasn't really the nicest of experiences, I must say so myself. It's a good thing we had Gandalf on our side. What I do like about it is that I wrote it really well. I remember that. I wrote it really well. I encapsulated the relief and also the surprise where the trolls kind of just stopped moving and were like, what happened? And then it's because they turned to stone.
Alright, so Bilbo, I think how you did that in the book is very good, but I have some specific scenes from the movie that I'm about to say. So, especially when you knew you were saw by the trolls, what the camera does, basically it zooms into your face and the music intensifies, and I think that's great at displaying your emotion in that moment, because it just shows how stressed and how nervous you were, and how shocked you were because you're just standing still, and it just zoomed into your face and you're just one thing I wanted to talk about though, and it was about the motifs that we saw in the book and movie that were both there.
Yes.
Just thinking about, I think in the beginning, how dangerous it was, like the ring, right? Like in the beginning, he was using it to evade the things, like he was using it to help himself, but at the end, he became like greedy with it. He used it to hide stuff from
Yes.
dwarves
To an end our podcast, my friend, I have one more special thing to show. Frodo, can you come over here? Frodo. Alrighty, I got my nephew Frodo here with me. He's here to share his final thoughts and opinions on this podcast. Let's see what he has to say.
Okay,
Well,
Frodo.
I think that the book was better than the movie because, like, the book is like what happened in real life, and it's like what my uncle did in real life, and also it had a lot of really cool literary features, and there were a lot of cool details. But the movie, it left a lot of stuff out, and also like there was some stuff in the movie that like just never happened. I will be taking my leave.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Frodo.
Wiggins.